Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Apache Kafka Setup on Windows, a detailed tutorial. This tutorial provides a step-by-step guide on setting up Apache Kafka on a Windows machine. It covers downloading, configuring, starting the required components, and running basic producer and consumer examples. We'll delve into each step with explanations and code snippets to ensure a thorough understanding. Prerequisites ** Java Development Kit, JDK Kafka relies on Java, so you need a JDK installed. Download the latest version from Oracle's website or use an OpenJDK distribution like Adopt OpenJDK. Make sure you download the JDK, not just the JRE. * Basic command line knowledge * Familiarity with navigating the Windows command prompt, CMD, or PowerShell is essential. * Text editor * A text editor like Notepad++, Sublime Text, VS Code, or Atom is required to edit configuration files. Steps * 1. Download Apache Kafka ****. Navigate to the official Apache Kafka downloads page, https://kafka.apache.org/downloads, https://kafka.apache.org/downloads. * Choose a stable release, example the latest Scala 2.13 or Scala 3 version. The Scala version doesn't significantly impact usage, but generally stick with the newest stable version. * Download the binary package, example Kafka_2.13x.x.x.tgz. Do not download the source code package unless you intend to compile it yourself. * You can typically download the binary downloads via HTTP mirror. 2. Extract Kafka ****. After downloading the compressed file, example Kafka_2.13x.x.x.tgz, you'll need to extract it. Windows doesn't natively support .tgz files easily. Recommended * use a tool like 7-zip, https://www.7zip.org/ https://www.7-zip.org, to extract the archive. First, extract the .tgz file to get a .tar file. Then, extract the .tar file to get the Kafka directory. * Choose a location to extract Kafka. A common location is C\Kafka. 3. Configure environment variables ****. Kafka_home * set an environment variable Kafka_home pointing to the Kafka installation directory. Right-click this PC or My Computer - Properties - Advanced System Settings - Environment Variables. Under System Variables, click New. Variable name, Kafka_home. Variable value, C\Kafka, or wherever you extracted Kafka. Click OK on each window to save the changes. Java_home, if not already set, ensure the Java_home environment variable is set and points to your JDK installation directory. If it's not set, follow the same process as above. The value will be something like C\program files \java \jdk 1.8.0 _XXX or C\program files \java \jdk 17.0.x, adjust to match your JDK version and installation path. Path ** add %Kafka_home %ben \Windows and %Java_home %ben to the path system variable. This allows you to execute Kafka commands from any directory in the command prompt. Edit the path system variable, select it and click Edit. Asterisk click new and add %Kafka underscore home %bin /Windows. Asterisk click new and add %Java underscore home %bin. Asterisk click OK on each window to save the changes. Asterisk important asterisk after making changes to environment variables, you might need to restart your command prompt or PowerShell session for the changes to take effect. Sometimes, a system reboot is required. 4. Configure Kafka ****. Kafka uses configuration files to define its behavior. We'll configure the zookeeper and Kafka server. Navigate to the c/kafka/config directory, or your equivalent Kafka directory. Zookeeper configuration, zookeeper.properties. Open zookeeper.properties in your text editor. The default configuration usually works for single node development. However, you can customize the data dir setting, which specifies where zookeeper stores its data. Example zookeeper.properties, minimal changes. Important create the directory specified by data dir, example c/kafka/data/zookeeper. Kafka server configuration, server.properties. Open server.properties in your text editor. Key settings to consider. Broker.id, a unique identifier for each Kafka broker in the cluster. For a single broker setup, broker.id equals 0 is sufficient. Listeners, defines the address and port the Kafka broker listens on. The default is plain text //9092. Make sure port 9092 is available. If you have other services using that port, change it. Log.dirs, specifies the directories where Kafka stores its log data. It's recommended to create a separate directory for this. Zookeeper.connect, the connection string for the Zookeeper instance. The default is localhost 2181. Example server.properties, minimal changes. Important create the directory specified by log.dirs, example c/kafka/data/Kafka logs. Advertised listeners the advertised.listeners setting is critical for clients outside your local machine, example in a Docker container or on a different network, to connect to the Kafka broker. If you want to access Kafka from another machine, uncomment the advertised.listeners line and replace your .host.name with the public IP address or resolvable host name of your Windows machine. If you're running everything locally, you can generally leave it commented out. 5. Start Zookeeper ****. Open a new command prompt or PowerShell window. Run the following command. Replace c/kafka/config/zookeeper.properties with the actual path to your zookeeper.properties file. Keep this window open. Zookeeper needs to be running for Kafka to function. You should see output indicating that Zookeeper has started successfully. Look for a message like info binding to port /0.0.0.0:2181. 6. Start Kafka server ****. Open another new command prompt or PowerShell window. Run the following command. Replace c/kafka/config/server.properties with the actual path to your server.properties file. Keep this window open. The Kafka server needs to be running. You should see output indicating that the Kafka server has started successfully. Look for a message like info Kafka server ID equals 0 started, kafka.server.kafka server. 7. Create a topic ****. Asterisk open another new command prompt or PowerShell window. Asterisk use the Kafka topics.bat script to create a topic. A topic is a category or feed name to which records are published. Asterisk dash create specifies that you want to create a topic. Asterisk dash topic my topic, the name of the topic you want to create, you can choose any name. Asterisk dash bootstrap server localhost 9092, the address of the Kafka broker. This is used for initial connection. Asterisk dash replication factor 1, the number of replicas for each partition, set to 1 for a single broker setup. Replication adds redundancy and fault tolerance in multi-broker environments. Asterisk dash partitions 1, the number of partitions for the topic. Partitions allow for parallel processing of messages. Asterisk to verify that the topic was created, you can use the dash list option. Asterisk you should see my topic, or whatever name you chose, in the output. 8. Start a producer, sending messages. Asterisk open another new command prompt or PowerShell window. Asterisk use the Kafka console producer.bat script to send messages to the topic. Asterisk the command prompt will now be waiting for you to type messages. Asterisk type some messages and press enter after each message. Asterisk these messages are being sent to the my topic on the Kafka broker. Asterisk press Ctrl+C to exit the producer. 9. Start a consumer, receiving messages. Asterisk open another new command prompt or PowerShell window. Asterisk use the Kafka console consumer.bat script to consume messages from the topic. Asterisk dash topic my topic, the name of the topic to consume from. Asterisk dash bootstrap server localhost 9092, the address of the Kafka broker. Asterisk dash from beginning, start consuming from the beginning of the topic, read all messages, even those sent before the consumer started. Without this, the consumer will only receive messages sent after it starts. Asterisk you should see the messages you sent with the producer displayed in the consumer's command prompt. 10. Using a Java producer and consumer, code example. Now, let's create a simple Java program to produce and consume messages. Asterisk create a Maven project, recommended use Maven to manage dependencies. Create a new Maven project in your IDE, example IntelliJ IDEA, Eclipse, VS Code. Asterisk add Kafka dependency to pom.xml asterisk. Asterisk this adds the Kafka client's dependency, which provides the necessary classes for interacting with Kafka. It also adds slf4jsimple, which is a simple logging implementation for Kafka's internal logging. Asterisk producer code, Kafka producer example.java. Asterisk consumer code, Kafka consumer example.java. Asterisk run the code asterisk. 1. First, run the Kafka consumer example.java code to start the consumer. 2. Then, run the Kafka producer example.java code to send a message. 3. You should see the message being consumed by the consumer application in the console. Important considerations and troubleshooting asterisk. Asterisk firewall asterisk ensure that Windows Firewall is not blocking communication on ports 2181, Zookeeper, and 9092, Kafka. You might need to create inbound rules for these ports. Asterisk port conflicts asterisk if another application is already using ports 2181 or 9092, you'll need to either stop that application or change the ports in zookeeper.properties and server.properties accordingly. Asterisk Kafka logs asterisk check the Kafka server logs, usually in the directory you specified for log.drs, for errors or warnings. These logs are extremely helpful for diagnosing problems. Asterisk network connectivity. Asterisk if you're trying to connect to Kafka from another machine, ensure that the machines can communicate over the network. The Windows machine's firewall might be blocking connections. Also, verify the advertised.listeners setting in server.properties is configured correctly with the correct public IP/host name. Asterisk Java version. Asterisk make sure your Java_home environment variable is pointing to a compatible JDK version, JDK 8 or higher. Asterisk out of memory. Asterisk if you encounter out of memory error exceptions, try increasing the heap size for the Kafka server. You can do this by setting the Kafka_heap_ops environment variable. Set this variable before starting the Kafka server. Asterisk permissions. Asterisk make sure the user running the Kafka processes has sufficient permissions to read and write to the directories specified in the configuration files, data.dir in zookeeper.properties and log.drs in server.properties. Asterisk zookeeper session expiry. Asterisk in some cases, the consumer may disconnect from zookeeper due to session expiry. If this occurs, you can try increasing the zookeeper session timeout using the zookeeper.session.timeout.ms property in server.properties. Asterisk external access. Asterisk for connections outside your local machine, example from a Docker container or another server, crucial settings in server.properties include asterisk listeners, the address Kafka binds to. This is often 0.0.0.0 or the machine's internal IP for local development. Asterisk advertised.listeners, the address Kafka advertises to clients. This must be an address clients can resolve and connect to. Use the Windows machine's external IP address or host name that clients can resolve. Asterisk host.name, if you're using advertised.host.name which is deprecated, for older Kafka versions, you might need to use host.name instead of advertised.listeners. Conclusion. Asterisk. This tutorial provides a comprehensive guide to setting up Apache Kafka on Windows. By following these steps and troubleshooting tips, you should be able to successfully run Kafka and begin developing your own Kafka-based applications. Remember to consult the official Apache Kafka documentation for more advanced configurations and features. Always check logs when things aren't working as expected, and pay careful attention to network configurations, firewalls, advertised listeners, when connecting from outside the local machine. Good luck.